Hello, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Paulse Tribe. It's been something I've been meditating on for a while, and actually, I was kind of encouraged to start it. My kids and my wife, especially, says with all the wealth of experience I've had traveling to quite a few countries. I think as of the last count, it was 24. And really Japa syndrome happening right now in Nigeria that my experiences will be valuable to people in general because everybody in Nigeria wants to Japa. And basically, as a travel consultant, tourism consultant, and someone who has lived a mostly expat nomadic lifestyle along with my family since 2013. I think I've been through a lot. I've seen it all, done it all, and I could be an authority in the field of traveling, most especially within the African continent. I admire the works which the likes of Maya and Sasi Funke are doing in terms of showing or bringing the limelight back to Africa and encouraging people from the diaspora to come back and invest, and even the foreigners to come visit Africa. But at the same time, I've been in Nigeria now for well over, let me see, about going on 2 years now. And basically, I see that things have gotten worse from when we first left in 2003 until now. So altogether, we spent close to, I'm trying to think now, I think we came back in 2021. So 2003 to 2021, that's about 8 years overseas, mostly in Cape Verde, where we ran an English creche and preschool. And also in between that period, we were able to go to, let me see, Seychelles. We lived in Mauritius for a while, over 13 months. Had a brief stint in Ivory Coast, and been to quite a few other African countries as well. Ethiopia, South Africa, uh, Togo, Ghana, Senegal, Morocco, Guinea-Bissau, Burundi, uh, and I think we've gone to Doha, that is Qatar. That's with the family. As for myself, I've been to high school in America by God's grace, and also worked in England. I've also had the privilege of going to Brazil, Barbados, Germany, most times more like tourists. And which other country am I missing? Senegal, obviously. And that's all I can remember now. But altogether, I think I've covered 24 countries. So having lived in Nigeria, I see the travels of our people, and I see how our country has been seriously messed up, mostly by the politicians, and also the followership too, without health matters, because everybody has this disposition, this I don't care attitude, and everybody just sits in their own little hamlets, closets, and hey, that's how it is. That's how we see them. And nobody wants to make a change. In Nigeria, there's a negative vibe. Everybody likes to just follow the trend. And so you come to a country like Nigeria, and when you complain, you are looked upon or frowned upon as Satan or the devil. And every other person is on the wrong path. Everybody is doing the wrong thing. And you that have the guts or the courage to complain, you become the evil one. And so it's kind of tiring. You see, right now they are trying to change the currencies, and basically you can't get monies in the banks. You cannot get money over the counter. You cannot get in the ATMs. The POS people are exploiting on this and charging as much as 10% for every money amount you want to withdraw, and even restricting the number amount you can withdraw. There's serious fraud casting, whatever is costing we don't know. There's no light, and everything is messed up. Food stuff you bought just 2 3 months ago is now skyrocketed by 33 to 50%. The inflation is crazy. At times I wonder how workers cope because their salaries are not going up, especially for teachers, because teachers are one of the least paid workers, and they have to go to school to teach, and their transport fares is rising, and basically their salaries are still the same thing. So the cycle is vicious. Lots of people are taken to crime because it's the easiest ways or means to an end. Everybody, the young men at school, be working and everything, but there's no encouragement to actually do hard work or to do legitimate work. It's easier to scam people, even though I totally frown against it. But at times I wonder how people cope because I think I consider myself more like a middle income or middle class person or individual, and I find it difficult. School fees is very expensive in Lagos. House rent, same thing. Transportation, everything is just going haywire. And we really do not know what's up. We pray that as the elections come forth on February 25th, that Nigerians will actually vote their conscience and elect the right leaders. May they not sell their souls to the devil. May voodoo and juju and witchcraft not walk over them. Let everybody open their eyes. We've suffered enough. We've suffered enough. And the honest truth, I join many other celebrities and even pastors. Listen, if you're in Nigeria and you can japa, japa, it's not worth it. There's nothing the country Nigeria does for its citizens, nothing whatsoever. You go to a public hospital, even if you're coming from an accident scene, or your child is running temperature at 60 degrees, you will first go and pay for so-called registration card 500, and then you be in this long queue, and they just treat him like a statistic, him or her, the baby, as a statistic. I've lived overseas, and even as foreigners, we got free medical care. I remember I was in Mauritius and I was sick, and for 3 days I was on admission, and they treated me, gave me blood transfusion and all that stuff. And I even thought it was free. It was after they discharged me, so my bill is so and so. And even for the 3 days stay with the blood and all the tests I did, it was relatively cheap. My daughter, and whenever she goes to hospital in Cape Verde, my baby girl, everything is free. You don't pay anything. And this is us as foreigners in a strange land, and we are benefiting from the governments of those countries. And in Nigeria, nothing. You want to travel out of the country, it's stress at the airport. Stupid restrictions that they impose on you, and everybody's asking for a bribe. You come into the country, present flights, present everything, and you just feel the tensed atmosphere. And the stress begins with all the different people asking and trying to frustrate you and asking for bribe. God will help us in this country. But anyway, that's a story for you another day. Like I said, my wife encouraged me that there are lots of advice based on experience. By God's grace, I'm over 50, and I've been traveling right from when I was 20 years. I've seen it all, done it all, and I know a lot. And I see people that have jackpot, especially to Canada, England, America, and Australia. And I keep on asking myself, Nigerians just follow the trend. Everybody wants to go to Dubai. I've never been to Dubai. And the reason I've not been to Dubai is because every Nigerian has been there. It is like it has become like pure water. Yeah, it's a beautiful country and everything, but I don't like going to places whereby Nigerians just flock. Everybody's going to Canada, 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 England, 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 and I've lived in England over 2 years. The lifestyle there, yes, they pay you, but hey, when cold hammers you and you have to pay lots of bills and you do not have any savings, you find out that it's not as easy or as sweet as it is. Yeah, it's much better than Nigeria. At least when you have lights to work, you have internet, you have everything, transportation system working, Medicare is working for you, and it's good. But nevertheless, if you're coming from Nigeria and go there, it's two different worlds. And there's always that subtle racism. Same thing in Canada. And the truth of the matter is that even if you must japa, you have to find out what are my reasons for leaving the country. Why do I want to leave the country? Is it for a better quality of life? Do I want my children to be in better schools, to have proper medical facilities, medical care? Am I an economic immigrant? In other words, I just want to go because I want to go and earn dollars. Oh, obviously, you earn the forex, you earn the euros, you earn the dollars, but at the end, can you send? And one thing that grieves my spirit is that people sell all their properties, sell their houses, sell their cars, go into an unknown future just because they see Instagram pictures and Facebook posts that people are doing. Forget it, it's all showbiz. It's Nollywood, Nollywood diaspora style. I like people like Franklin, who tells you it's not what all that glitters is not gold. Most of our people suffer there, unless if you already have a job you are going to, and you have something you're going to do guaranteed. You don't just sell everything you have in the country and relocate, and you find out that you'll be paying over 3,000 US dollars in rents, cost of living, cost of feeding, taxes, everything, and you went with a family of three before you even find a place to stay. Maybe you spend time in Airbnb for like almost a month using Uber left, right, center. So I've decided, even though I'm a very shy person, you might not believe it, I'm an introvert. I was extroverted before, but as I grew older, I became more of an introvert, and I don't really go out. I like to work from home and just relax, take life easy. So I've decided to just share real life practical experiences and counsel as to what it is to japa, how life is overseas, and to also advise from a professional angle, free of charge, steps you need to take. Find out why you want to japa, find out the purpose, find out can you afford it, find out, do your research. Why must I go to England? Why must I go to Canada? Why must I go to America? Why must I go to Australia? There are lots of cheap countries all over the world that you don't even have to tie your passports up and be rejected. That I can go to. In Latin America, in Africa, I will not mention any countries now, but there are lots of beautiful countries that cover the same quality of life, not better than even the Western world you are going to. Even in places like Asia, especially Southeast Asia, beautiful countries, cheap cost of living, and the quality of life is excellent. With job opportunities, yes, you might not see as many blacks, but nevertheless, it's still worth wasting. So in order not to bore you up with too much talk, I just wanted to welcome you to Paulse Tribe. It's my new YouTube channel. I'll try as much as possible, God willing, to at least post every week or at times twice in a week and just share insights, give you little tips here and there on living a better life. Having lived in Nigeria for a long while, and with my age, unless a miracle happens, I will not advise even my enemy to live in Nigeria. I've lived it. Forget the fact that I'm looking fresh. It's the grace of God. It's not because I'm enjoying anything, It's just God's grace and prayers. And we can't keep on praying every single day. Pray to go out, pray to go to school, pray to go to church, everything. Pray, 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 pray. I'm sure God is even tired of our prayers. And I say so with all sincerity of purpose. I strongly believe in faith. I pray lots. My family, we are strong prayer intercessors, and we don't take prayer for granted. We don't take things of God for granted. And that is what has kept us so far. So as time goes by, I will be sharing different ideas, different tips on the proper way to Japan. So I'm starting a series or launching this my YouTube channel by beginning the series which I've titled Japa Series, and it will run for as long as possible. And because in as much as I support people traveling, but travel well, prepare research, don't go and suffer more. Yes, there's no lights. Yes, there's no petrol. Yes, everything is going haywire. But then you can't go from frying pan to fire. It doesn't make sense. So once again, I welcome you to Paulse Tribe, my channel on YouTube. And as much as possible, as much as I've been looking at different, you can see that I'm not looking directly to you people, to the camera, because like I said, I'm shy. But you'll get to see more of me. All my family members, my children, and my wife are already on YouTube. Uh, and I'm not doing this because of monetary gains. I just feel it's something I owe to humanity, more like a legacy project. So I plead with you, at least subscribe so you can get my regular updates. Like the channel, share so that people can get involved. Let's start a bandwagon effect with this Japa series, Paulse Tribe Japa series. Also, you can always follow my wife's YouTube channel. I think it is a Love Lifestyle. Yeah, a Love Lifestyle TV also. And then my daughters, one is Fluffy Princess Adventures. That's my little baby girl. And the senior girl is Buella Creations. So Buella Creations, Fluffy Princess Adventures, and then Paulse Tribe. So talk to you some other time. It will be a relaxed, I'm just chilling on my couch in my home. So it will be something very informal. We just talk unscripted as being led. And see you on the next episode. Thank you and God bless. Bye.